The border winning on points against John Simpson, and we join him at ringside talking to Ed Robinson.
Well, Paul, tremendous effort in just your 12th pro fight. You win the British title. Tell us how you did it.
I just boxed the game plan I said I was going to box today. Just throw loads of punches. I knew I'd never win. I told everybody that I was going to win, and I'd done it. But John Simpson, I take my hat off to him. He's tough.
You seemed to change your tactics several times during the fight. What was the thinking behind that?
I don't know, I felt stronger pushing him back, so I just thought, why move about and waste energy when you can push him back? And if he wants to hard, let him hard inside. I knew I could do the 12 rounds as well. People doubted me about doing the 12 rounds, I've done it.
You've never been beyond 8 rounds before. You felt strong at the end?
I felt strong at the 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. That's when I thought I won the fight.
What does it mean to you winning that British title?
Oh, everything. Look at that. Beautiful, eh?
You got a picture of me then now?
Tommy, what did Paul prove to you tonight?
I think he proved that we've got a rough diamond that's needing polished up, and I think that he's more than capable. I think he's an absolute gem for a boy after 12 fights. You know, if he'd have listened to me instead of the opposite way about, I would have waited 6 months, but he proved me wrong, and I'm so delighted for him. He's a diamond.
Well done tonight.
I'd like to...
Well, Jim Watt, very close. Fair result?
Yeah, it was a fair result. I actually had it a little bit wider for Appleby. There's so many of the rounds were so tough to score. So I was looking for who did I think had the slight edge, and I think there were a few rounds when Appleby certainly had that. I think it was his enthusiasm, youth drive and physical advantages just had the edge over Simpson's experience. But what a tremendous battle. And when you have to work so hard to get your hands on a title, you really savour it. Wonderful performance from both men, especially young Appleby.
And when you bear in mind how close it was, round 5 turned out to be absolutely crucial, didn't it?
Yeah, and I wonder if that altered Simpson's tactics, because it was tight up till then. I gave Simpson the first couple of rounds, then you see it was a glancing blow landed. Now, he wouldn't have gone on the floor if the punch hadn't landed. Balance had something to do with it. It was all over the place. I think the referee called it properly. But when you've lost a 10-8 round in this kind of fight, you're chasing then. You know, maybe you've lost a couple of rounds already, so I wonder if that altered Simpson's tactics. Maybe he was putting more into his punches than he used to do to try and turn things around, because he seemed to tire a little bit in the last third of the fight. The last third of the fight was when you expected him to start taking over with his experience, but for me, Appleby seemed to look like the one who had that little bit more in the tank, and these exchanges, every round was close, but he seemed to be the last word in a lot of the exchanges, which for me just got me leaning in his direction. But, I mean, the scoring was fair enough. I had him by 3 points at the end up, but we don't have to worry about scoring. We have a champion and a young man who showed all the qualities you want to see in a new champion, and we'll look forward to the rest of his career. Wonderful.
Well, that's it, because, I mean, he's so early in his career and he's never gone beyond 8 rounds until tonight. Exactly.
Now he has to take on the responsibilities of being a British champion. Big responsibilities. He's suddenly, public enemy #1. Everybody wants that title. He's in a fairly tough division. So hopefully, I mean, he certainly looks ready for it, but we don't want to see him in too many of those fights until he tightens things up. He's still got things to learn. He was called a rough diamond by his manager, and that probably sums him up. Beautiful fighter, beautiful talent, power, he's got it all. Just a few little things that he has to learn, and that will come through experience, but he's the man now.
Well, what a super way to kick off the month of June.